hiking in the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, here on Trail Ready.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hello and welcome to Trail Ready. I'm in Pine Creek Gorge, also known as the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, and I'm hiking on the West Rim Trail. It's a 30-mile trail that runs along the top of the gorge, and we're going to hike it end to end and hopefully show you some of the beauty that's out here in central Pennsylvania. So, trail's left the rim. I've been walking through the woods for, I don't know, a couple miles. Now we're on a gravel road. I guess I'll show you. It's you know, just like an old woods road. There's been tons of water. The trail's been nice to walk. If you look down here, you can see there's a stream down there. Just been a really nice day walking in the woods, really. I expected the trail to be rocky. It hasn't been. It's been very pleasant. But I've been away from the rim for a couple of miles now, and I'm looking forward to those views again, so hopefully soon. Okay, so I'm done complaining about walking in the woods and on the road. I came down the hill and there's that waterfall, and it is just absolutely beautiful. And the air temperature right here has dropped probably 10 or 15 degrees. It's just so nice and cool and so beautiful here. I'm done complaining for the day. I still can't wait to get back to the rim, but this is just absolutely gorgeous. Hey guys, it's about, I don't know, 4 in the afternoon, maybe 4:30. I didn't start walking until about 12, and I'm making pretty good time. I'm at about 11.5 miles now. I'm shooting for 14 today. I'm hoping to do another 16 tomorrow. We'll see how it works out. I just stopped. There's a little stream here, and I wanted to eat my dinner here and not at camp. This is bear country. Last time I camped up here was about the same time last year on the Black Forest Trail, and I had a bear come into the neighboring campsite and make quite a ruckus. So I don't want to do anything to encourage them. So I have about another 2.5, 2 3/4 miles to go to where I'm camping. So I thought I'd eat my dinner now. That'll get me recharged for that last push. Been a lot of woods walking today. That's why there hasn't been a whole lot of video with vistas and all that. When I get to camp, we'll shoot it. I'm planning on camping at an overlook. Hopefully I'll get a nice sunrise in the morning. So after I get all tanked up here, we'll push on, and hopefully we'll have a nice room with a view. And I'll get to show you that. So, all right, we'll see you in a bit. Well, we finally made it to camp. Figured I'd give you the look at camp. Here's my tarp in the flying A configuration. My favorite. There's my temporary bear bag up in space. Convenient branch right in front of me. And let's give you a look at this view. This is just incredible, to say the least. Not 50 feet in front of me, I have this awesome view of Pine Creek Gorge. It's just beautiful. Got here around 6-ish. 6.5 hours to cover 14 miles, not too bad. You know what, let me set the camera up and I can talk to you a little bit. So what could be better than a room with a view? I didn't hit the trail today until about 11:30, and we covered 14 miles this afternoon, so I'm pretty happy. 16 more tomorrow. They look like they're going to be slightly nicer miles. More time near the rim and less time in the woods, which will make me very happy. Just had an incredible day. Temperatures were just about as close to perfect as you could ask. It's in the 70s. There was a little breeze for part of the day. Saw some incredible things today. I mean, people ask me, over the years I've been asked so many times, why do you go out there, put a pack on your back, sit here in the bugs, walk all day, sleep in the woods, get up, walk again? You know, some people you'll never be able to explain that to. How do you explain to somebody what it's like to drink out of a cold mountain stream, or to come up on a deer that's feeding like I did today, or to have the absolute gorgeous views that I'm getting as I hike along this trail? They say, oh, but you work so hard. You know what? As I'm huffing and puffing up the hills, you know, I'm smelling sweet fern and pine forest. And it's just everything. It's the sounds, it's the smells, it's the being here. Can't explain it to people. Some people will never get it until you get them out here. And some people will never come out here. I guess I should be happy about that, or else I might not have this gorgeous campsite all to myself. I don't know. But so far I'm liking what I see of this trail. I'm going to get a much earlier start tomorrow and cover some miles, and hopefully I'll get some more video for you. Hit some of the highlights anyway, and then after the fact we'll tell you what I thought about the trail. So far I'm impressed, though, I have to say. Pennsylvania is absolutely amazingly beautiful. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to read for a little while. I'm going to sack out, and I'm going to be up bright and early, so we'll catch you on the trail tomorrow. Well, here we are at Bradley Wales picnic area. It's about 2 miles into my hike this morning. This is the halfway point of the West Rim Trail. And it's a beautiful area. There was a small overlook right up the trail. There's picnic tables here, cooking grills, bathrooms. There's a water pump, real nice place to water up. Trail first 2 miles this morning's been a little rough because of blowdowns. I've probably gone through a dozen blowdowns, but it's been such a nice walk this morning again. I can't say enough good things about this trail. It's just been so pleasant. So we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna get a little water, and then we're gonna head on. Hopefully get out of here before the thunderstorms hit. So well, we got caught in thunderstorms right after the last time I talked to you. You cannot believe I just got done walking 5 miles in thunder, pouring rain. The weather changed so fast up here. Anyway, I'm at milepost 27, a little past 27. And it's the last viewpoint on the trail, and I would feel guilty if I left the camera tucked away in the pack and didn't at least give you one more vista from the West Rim Trail. So here it is. And that's it. I got 3 miles. I'm back to my truck. Be 16 miles for the day. Great 30-mile weekend. And look for the trip report at the end of this episode. I'll tell you what I really thought. Alright, talk to you later. Over the years, I've owned quite a few packs, and for the longest time I was a big fan of the Osprey Aether series. A couple of years ago, we got the opportunity to get Granite Gear packs in the store at End-to-End Trail Supply, and I jumped on it. This pack, the Granite Gear Escape AC 60, when it came in, I knew I had to have it. I bought one, I put about 1.5 years on it, and a lot of miles. It's been on every trip since I bought it. I really wanted to give it a thorough thrashing. And now today I want to tell you about this pack. AC stands for air current, and that is the name of the suspension on this pack. It's based upon the award-winning Vapor Trail suspension, except the Vapor Trail had a flat frame sheet and a flat pad, where the AC has a molded frame sheet with a molded pad, and that allows this pack to flex. As you move, as you hike, this pack will flex with you. Very comfortable to carry. I have to tell you, after 1.5 years of use, I am satisfied with the way this thing carries. It's rated for up to 35 pounds. I've never loaded it to its max, but I have put about 25 pounds in it, and I can say that there's no issue with this pack as far as carry. I love it. It has a floating lid, which is removable as a fanny pack. I don't know how it comes off as a fanny pack. I'm a long-time roll top user in backpacks. I like the lid because now we're shooting trail ready, and obviously I can stuff a camera in here. It's quick access. Otherwise, I'm a big roll top fan. The AC does come in a roll top instead of a top lid, and that's called the Blaze AC 60. It features flat side pockets, which are a good place to jam a map or a fuel bottle or whatever. And then the outside pockets are this spandex material with like a cord lock that you can pull shut. I love these. I jam my lunch in one side. I jam my toiletry kit in the other side. If you're a water bottle carrier, great place to put your water bottle. I use a bladder, and it does have hydration ports for a bladder or an iPod, which I take full advantage of. Also, this pack has a expanding bellows front pocket with a full-length zipper, and it has spandex, and then it's ripstop on the outside. Obviously it's a top loader. It's about 3,660 cubic inches. I could climb in this thing, you know, up to my hips. So it's a pretty good sized pack. It's actually bigger than I would need if I wasn't shooting these videos. But I have a pretty compact kit. If you're the average backpacker, or you're a traditionalist who's lightening your load, this is a good choice. This pack will carry up to 35 pounds. It'll carry just about all the gear a weekend backpacker could ever want to carry. I've used this on 4-day trips with no issues. If you're an Appalachian Trail thru hiker, this would be a great pack for a thru hike. It's rugged, it's well made, it has all the volume you would need. A great pack. Has adjustable hip belts. You can order it with whatever size hip belt you need. And also the suspension has, I'll show you if I can, all these little adjustments. There's 5 different adjustments on this frame sheet to adjust the shoulder straps up and down to get the height right so it rides properly. All in all, Great pack. Oh, one other thing. Got these line locks. Instead of flat buckle, flat webbing pull downs, it's got a cord line lock for adjusting everything on the pack to save a little bit of weight. Initially, when I got the pack, I was concerned about the line locks. I thought, man, they're going to wear out in no time. Here we are a year and a half later with the original line locks, and really no wear to speak of. Maybe if I was on a through hike and using it every day, it might show some wear, but I don't think they'd be worn out. And they're easily replaced. You can use paracord to replace them in a pinch if you need to. Overall, great pack. Weighs 3 pounds and an ounce. And I don't know, retails for like $219.95. It's not bad. It's on par with the all the other packs out there on the market as far as price goes. But in my opinion, as far as quality goes, it's just a great bargain in backpacks. So I highly recommend this pack. I hope you'll give it a look, maybe even buy one, give it a try. You'll probably be happy with it. I know I am. I hope this review's been helpful. Welcome to Around the Campfire. This is our segment where we talk about our trip, as well as any gear or techniques that we used that worked or didn't work. A couple of weeks ago, I was fortunate enough to be able to hike the West Rim Trail. It's a 30.5 mile trail. The southern terminus is located in a town in Pennsylvania called Blackwell, and the northern terminus is Ansonia, Pennsylvania. About a half mile from the northern terminus in Ansonia is Pine Creek Outfitters, and they are very helpful when it comes to shuttles and information about the trail. The owner of Pine Creek Outfitters, Chuck Dillon, actually has written this guide to the West Rim Trail, and it's very comprehensive. Covers the trail directions north to south, south to north, as well as any flora and fauna that you will find. And it comes with a waterproof map of the trail, very detailed topo map. Very useful. All the information is very useful. I picked this up at my local REI. You can contact Pine Creek Outfitters directly if you so desire to get this trail guide. So what did I think about the trail? I loved it. I had a great weekend in some beautiful forest, and I got these occasional views from the rim of the trail looking down into the gorge. The gorge is actually much longer, but that's the portion that the trail runs in. The trail can be divided if you didn't want to bite off the whole 30-mile piece in one weekend. You can either do it over 3 or 4 days, or you can actually divide it in half. Bradley Wales Picnic Area is about the halfway point on the trail, and you can either start a trip from there and hike north or south. If I were to do it over again and I were to pick one half, that would be really tough because I really enjoyed the whole trail. The footpath was well graded, wasn't rocky. There were no real long grades. The only real long climb is if you're hiking northbound from the southern terminus. The first 2 miles are all uphill. But all the grades, elevation changes are only 300, 400, 500 feet. Well graded. And the other thing that impressed me was there was plenty of water. There's plenty of good flowing streams, plus a good number of seasonal streams all along this trail. I was fortunate enough to have a campsite all to myself, about 2 miles north of Bradley Wales, that had a beautiful overlook. You saw it in the first segment of this video. Every view is very similar to that one. You just have these views where you look for miles in either direction, down into the gorge. Absolutely gorgeous. The forest is predominantly pine and mountain laurel. There's a mix of forests there, but that's the most of what I saw, and I just had a great time. You can't find a nicer trail in all of Pennsylvania, I think, and I've hiked a few of them. If you're a beginner backpacker, this is a great trail to start on. If you're a moderate or even experienced hiker, you won't be disappointed with it. If you're a guy who hikes, traditionally 8 or 10 mile days, and you're looking for that trail where you can break out and try some bigger mileage, this is that trail too, because you don't have any really rough sections to deal with. Overall, it's the guidebook says that it's a moderate trail as far as difficulty, and I think I have to agree with that. It's not easy, it's not hard, falls right in that middle. If I have any complaints at all about the Black Forest Trail, the only thing that I can think of is in the middle section from about where I camped at, 2 miles north of Bradley, Wales, to about 5 or 6 miles south of there, blowdowns like crazy. And I'm sure the trail maintaining crews are very busy. Most of the trail was clear and very nice, but that middle section, probably 2 or 3 dozen blowdowns, and some of them pretty big. Other than that, not a thing to complain about. It was pleasant walking in the woods. When you came to that view, it was well worth it. And just the atmosphere, the smells, and the sights. And the other thing is, I didn't see very many hikers. There were probably, I don't know, all told, maybe 5 or 6 people all weekend. So it was a really good hike from a standpoint of looking for solitude also. The one fellow I met said I was the first guy he met in 4 days. And if there's one common thread that I found in these trails up in that central Pennsylvania area, and I'm talking about maybe a half hour, 20 minutes, half hour north of Williamsport, is that you can get some degree of solitude still. There's the Susquehannock Trail, the West Rim Trail, the Black Forest Trail. I think the Old Loggers Path is up that way. There's a number of trails up there where you can actually get out and have a nice quiet weekend and not worry about having your campsite overrun with 50 other people. As a matter of fact, that night on the West Rim Trail, I had that site completely to myself. And it was just a nice feeling of solitude. So, overall, I thumbs up. Great footpath, good water sources, good campsites, good views. If you're thinking about a trail somewhere in Pennsylvania and you've never tried the West Rim Trail, 100% I would go for it. I would go back again. If I had other people who wanted to go with me, I think I'd share that experience with some friends. One other thing I wanted to mention while I'm at it, I read an article. It was put together by the staff at Backpacking Light. And one of the authors, there were about 10 people that wrote different mini subsections of this article. But Alan Dixon wrote an article on water management. And I probably have read this thing 2 or 3 times and never really gave it a thought. But right before the trip, I happened to be looking at it. And I decided to try a technique that I've never tried before. Alan talks about how every time he comes to a water source, he would drink a liter of water. He would finish off what he had, plus he'd drink a liter, and then he would fill his bottles and head on. And I'm sure some of you out there have tried this or used this technique. My usual technique is I fill my bladders, and when they're getting low, I fill them again. This trip I decided to do it a little different, and I tanked up at every water source. I started slightly dehydrated, and I finished completely hydrated. I had plenty of energy this trip, and a lot of the issues that I have dealt with on warm weather hiking trips were all gone. Energy-wise, hydration-wise, I felt great. So if you've never tried that, give it a try and see if that works for you. I know it's going to become a regular practice of mine to camel up, as it's called, and try and stay well hydrated. So that's it for this episode of Trail Ready. To paraphrase Ralph Waldo Emerson, don't take the path most taken, make your own and create a trail for others to follow. We'll see you next time here on Trail Ready. Bye-bye.